Everyone is arguing about the wrong number. A $24 combo, a receipt somebody posts online just to get angry about it. And every video says the same thing back. Inflation, greed, a burger that got too expensive. Here is what none of them show you. On that $24 order, Five Guys, the company, the family at the very top, already got paid. Before the man at the counter covers his rent, before he covers his beef, before he even knows whether that store made $1 this month or lost one, their money comes off the top, and it comes off first. So this is not a story about a burger that got greedy. It is a story about who is standing at the other end of your receipt and why the machine keeps working exactly the way it was built to, even as the customers walk out. Start with how they built it. 1986, Jerry Morrell, a financial planner, hands his sons a choice: spend the college money or build something with it. They build a burger stand. And Morrell picks the one lane a tiny family shop could actually win. Not cheaper, not faster, better. Fresh beef, never frozen. Potatoes cut inside the store. Peanut oil. No freezers in the building at all, not one, to this day. For 15 years, that is 5 stores near Washington, all run by the family, every detail under one roof. Then, in 2003, they start selling franchise territories, and the map explodes. 5 stores become 300 in a few years, then 1,500, then more than 25 countries. Obama walks into one in 2009. Zagat calls it the best burger in America. But look at what changed underneath all that growth, because this is the part everyone skips. When it was 5 stores, one family absorbed every cost. When it became 1,500, a new character appears in the story, the franchisee. And the franchisee does not get paid off the top, the company does. 6% of everything a store sells goes to headquarters as a royalty. Not 6% of profit, 6% of sales. Add the marketing fund and the required ad spend, and it is closer to 10 cents of every dollar leaving that building, gone before the operator has paid for a single patty. That number never has a bad month. Your local store can. Headquarters does not share the downside. Now here is the trap, and it is not the one the other videos describe. They will tell you Five Guys could not cut costs because quality was its identity. That is the soft version. The real version is colder. The quality is not a value, it is a clause. When you sign a Five Guys franchise, fresh beef and hand-cut fries and no freezers are not a philosophy you admire. They are a contract you obey. You cannot switch to a frozen patty to survive a bad quarter. You cannot quietly shrink the fries. You cannot microwave your way out, because there is no freezer and no microwave in the building to begin with. Every lever a normal restaurant reaches for in a crisis has been welded shut by the agreement you signed. So watch what happens when the costs explode. Beef jumps 30–40%. Rent in the expensive neighborhoods these stores love keeps climbing. A McDonald's operator in that moment can resize the burger, reformulate it, re-engineer the whole menu. A Five Guys operator can do exactly one thing: raise the price. Not because they are greedy, because it is the only move the contract leaves them. And here is where the money quietly sorts everyone into winners and losers. Inflation pushes your combo from $14 to $24. That 6% royalty is a percentage, so as the price climbs, headquarters cut climbs right along with it, automatically, in real dollars, every single time. Inflation, for the company at the top, is not a threat, it is a raise. For the operator, it runs the other way. Their costs went up too, all of them, and their slice is only whatever survives after the royalty, the rent, the labor, the beef. For the customer, inflation is a bigger number on a receipt. For the franchisee, it is a thinner and thinner margin. For the Morrell family, holding roughly 3/4 of a private company, it is simply more dollars flowing to the same place they always flowed. That is the mechanism nobody points at. Five Guys did not absorb the inflation of the last 5 years. It did not fight it. It passed it through, from the supplier, straight down the line, to you. The brand is not a victim of rising prices. It is the wire they travel down. I take apart the money machine behind one business like this every week, the parts that never fit inside a thumbnail. It is free on Telegram, link in the description. Now, the part that actually decides who is left standing. So why can In-N-Out and Shake Shack take the same punch and stay on their feet, while Five Guys get stuck holding the bill? Everyone frames it as taste or vibe or price. It is ownership. In-N-Out never franchised. One family, no outside operators, no royalty pulled off the top of anyone. When they decide to eat a thinner margin to protect the price, there is nobody to argue with. They just do it. Shake Shack runs most of its own stores too, and aims squarely at the customer who can pay for a nicer room. Both of them can decide from the top to hold a line on price. Five Guys structurally cannot. There is no single hand that can reach across 1,500 locations and say, "Everyone, we are eating this one, keep the price down." The royalty is written, the specs are written, the operators each carry their own rent and their own loans. The exact machine that made Five Guys enormous is the machine that makes a coordinated retreat impossible. Now run the receipt forward per person. One customer alone is looking at north of $20 for lunch. Two people, 35 to 50. A family of four can cross 80 and brush 100 for food you still order at a counter and carry to your own table. At that number, you are no longer comparing Five Guys to McDonald's. You are comparing it to a sit-down restaurant that brings the food to you, and it loses that comparison every time. Here is the tell that the trap is real. For nearly 40 years, Five Guys refused to build a value meal. No combos, no deals. That was the entire personality. Then, in 2025, they quietly rolled out their first ever combo, $12.99. A little burger, a little fry, a drink. The company that swore it would never compete on price went and built a smaller, cheaper version of itself to win people back. That is not a promotion. That is a white flag. And you can already read it on the map. Locations closing across California, Florida, Illinois, and more. Not because the burger got worse, but because the math finally caught the one operator who could not pass the price along one more time. Jerry Morrell always said he wanted to be the Mercedes of burgers, that people would drive further and pay more for the best one. For years, he was right. The trouble with being the Mercedes is simple. Nobody buys a Mercedes at a counter on a paper tray that they bust themselves. Five Guys did not lose because the food got worse. It lost because it built a machine that could only ever push the price in one direction, up. And then finally met the customer who looked at the total instead of the burger. If you want the full money map on the businesses everyone else just complains about, subscribe and come find the deeper breakdowns free on Telegram. A new one every week.